What's up? We're the Vegas Benchwarmers. I'm Eric, he hate me 702. This is
Jeremy with a G.
Right now, we're going to talk about what Jeremy's been doing for the past couple weekends. Past couple weekends, Jeremy has not been in Vegas. Jeremy has been in Arizona.
2 weekends in a row now?
Texas, yep. And all of the, the Raiders won when you left, so maybe next time you might want to leave again. So
I just need to win this weekend.
Let's talk about what happened 2 weeks ago. That was
Bullhead City.
Yeah, that was Bullhead City, and that would have been today's the 20th,
On the
19th,
11th.
18th, 17th. There we go.
It was the 11th.
11th.
Because I looked at it. I looked at Zorts this morning. To make sure.
So where were you at on the 11th?
So we were in Bullhead City, and it was at the Anderson Auto Group Fieldhouse again.
Okay.
We were down there with the high school 7-on-7 from Apex Predators.
Was it a tournament, a jamboree?
So it was. It's labeled a tournament, but it's really more like a jamboree type thing. But it was a lot better this time than the first time we went to Bullhead City.
Okay.
Because I think the first time we went there was like 22 or 24 teams.
But that's also, you guys were also, that was like the last, was that the one that was switched from San Diego to Arizona?
So that tournament was, we were supposed to go to one in San Diego or wherever it was.
San Diego.
And then it got switched to somewhere else in Arizona.
It was Glendale.
And then they decided not to go to that one. So we turned around and went to the Bullhead City.
So this one was a lot better than that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one was actually, every team that was out there played a lot better than what we saw the first go around in Bullhead City.
Okay.
Our Apex Predators 7-on-7 team played, it was like night and day from the last tournament.
Okay.
They were communicating, they were making the plays they needed to make. If refs would have made the calls they should have made, we should have been in the championship game. But it is what it is. You take those bad calls and I guess learn from it in some way, shape or form. But in that tournament they came in fourth.
Okay.
The team that won the championship was from Vegas. It was Fast Twitch.
Okay.
Daniel Britt's team.
Okay.
Daniel Britt and Mo.
Okay. Well,
Mo went nuts.
No shit. That's what Mo does.
The funny part is if you watch that team play, you know which route Mo's gonna run after.
Oh, he just tells you
the first couple minutes. No, he don't tell you. It's just that's
the same route.
Just the same route every time. It's
post corner.
Post corner.
Yep. So double that. Got you.
Yeah. And the corner of the end zone is where he's going to be.
Yep. Okay.
Doesn't matter which side it's going to be on.
But he's going to be there.
He's going to be in one or two corners.
Got you.
But I mean, he's so tall that.
Yeah. Well, that's the 4-star recruit that is actually signed with Oregon. Yeah. And Daniel Britt is going to Montana.
Yeah. But it was nice because I think there was 14, maybe 16 teams there this time.
Less teams than last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But everybody came to play. There was actually scouts in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
LSU had a scout there.
Nice.
So it seems like they're getting more steam with scouts coming out to like the 7-on-7s and
in
stuff
this
like that.
pandemic, would you have ever thought a year and a half ago, if I had told you that college football scouts of major colleges are scouting people at 7-on-7 flag football? What would you have said?
I'd have said you're probably out your mind.
Okay, just so we know the pandemic has changed all the way stuff is going.
But when you go to some of these 7-on-7 tournaments, you can understand why there's scouts there.
Oh, I can get it.
Because I mean, these kids played out of their mind.
Just flag football doesn't always translate to getting hit.
So 7-on-7 isn't flag.
Touch football does not always translate. Touch flag, same thing. It doesn't translate to getting hit.
It's definitely not the same thing.
It doesn't translate to
100% flag.
Somebody that runs a 4-4 in pads
is nowhere near.
Somebody that runs a 4-4 in non-pads, two totally different things. I'm just saying it doesn't always translate the same. That's all I was saying.
So then the combine doesn't translate to the NFL.
We're 100% correct on that. How many combine warriors have there been that have been bust? I can name one that was drafted by the Green Bay that was all over the place.
So how are we going to say anybody with a 4.2 speed at
I
the
did not
combine.
say. What I said was, flag football doesn't always translate to the NFL. So it's really, or college football with pads. So it's really amazing in this day and age that college football, you just said a year and a half ago, you would have thought it was crazy for them to not scouts to be there anyway. You'd have called me out of my mind. So in this day and age, it's just really awesome to see that college scouts are out there doing it. That's all I was saying.
It is what it is.
So they took fourth.
Yeah, so they came in fourth in that that tournament. Just some couple bad calls from the refs that turned over some touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the team's getting better. Well, right now, what's going on is they're dealing with a lot of injuries from the high school 7-on-7 teams
Ooh.
that the high schools have put together, but they're not part of.
Got you.
So there's a bunch of injuries. With one kid's got a broken face, broken ankles. So I don't know. I mean, we went to that tournament.
Broken face.
We went to that tournament with 10 players.
Okay.
For a 7-on-7 tournament, and everybody looked at us and was like, "You're crazy for only bringing 10 players."
Good Lord.
Because everybody else had
40.
14,
Okay.
14, 20 players,
Okay.
somewhere in that ballpark. I think we're the only team that only had 10 players there.
Okay.
So, I mean, for only having 10 players, pretty much every kid was playing offense and defense
Got you.
each game. And it's not like you have one game and then you've got 20 minutes till the next game. It's like you got one game and 4.5 minutes to the next game.
Okay.
So there's not
much time in between the rest.
Yeah. But I mean, they're improving. They're getting better. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the high school 7-on-7s going on right now, and with the club 7-on-7s. What's going to happen
Okay.
with tournaments and how many people are going to be available, who's going to be injured. So
So where were you at this weekend?
it's in Austin, Texas this weekend.
Ooh, buddy, you got some real football there.
So it was
Real experience.
there was some.
I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
We had, so Apex took out 9U, 10U, 11U, 12U girls, and 14U girls.
Okay.
The 11U played up in 12s,
Okay.
in 12U.
And the 12 you played at
So
14.
what happened, so 11U played on Saturday in pool play, they played all the 12U teams. Because there was only one other 11U team there.
Okay.
So to have pool play with only 2 teams,
Got you.
you're going to play one
How many
game.
12 teams were there for the girls? Are you talking about the girls or the guys?
The guys.
Okay, guys. Okay, there we go.
So
Okay.
the
guys,
I
11.
believe there was 6,
12 okay.
something like that. But their 11U team held their own.
Okay.
I mean, they're not the tallest, and they're playing kids
A year older.
that
than
are
you.
like 6 foot,
Yeah.
and he's playing 9U.
Mm-hmm.
So the one kid on the team they played is like, I don't know, maybe 5'10" or something. He's a big boy. But he played 9U, 10U, 11U, and 7.
So he's like a 9-year-old kid
Yeah.
that just happens to have parents that are
Just
probably
are gifted.
huge. Yeah.
Gifted with height.
No, that's not gifted. That's DNA.
Like-
Have you seen his parents are probably giants?
It's like, God.
A 9-year-old kid playing with, and he's probably thick too.
No.
You know, he's skinny.
He's a skinny kid.
Oh shit! Then you wait till he goes.
He's like you.
Wait till he goes into his body.
When he's like you, just maybe a little bit taller.
Wait till he goes into his body.
Oh, it's gonna be
he's
insane.
He's gonna be devastating.
But I think they said he played in 3 or 4 divisions
Yeah, that's crazy.
last weekend,
That's crazy.
just because he wanted to play. And
So
and
how did they?
Texas
How did
fans.
they do? What did the what were?
So our 11U. So Saturday they played pool play, and they lost every game in pool play. The 3 games in pool
the
play.
11U.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't.
But they played
It wasn't by much.
Yeah, but they played up to the 12U, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, they had 1 game, and that was with the other 11U team, and that was the championship
Did
game.
they win?
Yeah.
Okay.
So our Apex Predators 11U team won a championship, and they got the invite, and I think it was a paid trip to Frisco, Texas,
Nice.
for
Nice.
the championship.
Nice. What about the 12U?
12U, 9U, 10U, 12U, they all played good.
Mhm.
They all played really good. But So 9U made it to the championship round.
Okay.
And then they lost. 10U made it to, I believe it was the semifinals.
Okay.
And lost. But I mean, the 10U group, there was some really good teams in that group.
Okay.
But I mean, they put up a great showing because I think they went undefeated in pool play. And then they won one game on Sunday.
Okay.
And then the next game was, I believe it was the semifinals, and they lost.
Okay.
And then the 11U won. The boys 12U, I think, also lost in the semifinals.
Okay.
The 12U girls played up in 14U.
Okay.
14U girls.
And that's because they were the only 12U team, right?
Yeah, they were only a 12U girl team there. So they won the championship
Okay.
for 12U girls because they were the only team.
Got you.
But they played up with the 14U Apex Predators and the 14U Texas Fury girls, which are ranked number 2 in the nation.
Okay.
So they got some good experience out of it, and they got to see what a highly touted and highly ranked team, how they look on the sidelines, how they communicate,
the way they play,
how they throw the ball, how they run the ball, you know,
Okay.
all that stuff. So that was good. And then our 14U girls played Texas Fury in a championship match and lost.
And that's the number 2 ranked team, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, all together, I mean, I think I took, it was over 2,700 pictures and videos from Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
So I was busy when I got home yesterday at 1:30.
I can imagine in the afternoon.
Yeah. And then,
So, what was the hiccup that you were having with you had to photograph from the stands?
oh, so I don't know. So Apex is sponsored by Hard Count Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Hard Count Athletics is the people who put on the tournament.
Okay.
So I was told I could be on the field to photograph the Apex Predators since I'm the official photographer for
Apex Predators.
Apex Predators. So Saturday when I got there, I was down on the field with the 9U boys taking pictures, and then their first game had started, and we were probably 5 minutes into that game,
Mm-hmm.
and I got kicked off the field. So I had to photograph from the stands, and
Even though you did all the requirements,
I did everything they asked me to do
ahead of time.
Yeah,
Right.
and I just wasn't allowed to be on the field. I don't know, because there was pretty much every Texas team that was there had between 2 and 5 people on their sidelines
Right.
the entire time.
And how many would Apex have on a normal basis?
So normally it would be the 2 coaches, me,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe another kid or something.
Okay. So what did they have? What did they have this time?
2 coaches.
Okay.
But I mean, it is what it is. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. But
Okay.
you know, during this whole pandemic, COVID thing,
Sometimes you
you just gotta
do with what they say.
shut your mouth. And you know, I wanted, you know me, I wanted to say something. I wanted to open my mouth bad.
It's the beginning stages. We're still.
But I
going.
was just like, you know what? Let me just not say something so I don't get completely kicked out, and I can't take the pictures or videos. So I mean, I just did what I could from the stands. I mean,
So overall, what would you say your thought was on a summary of the last 2 weekends?
as far as
Just
like the
your
way,
takeaways from it.
I mean, there's great competition. When I'm not photographing or taking videos, I can actually watch a little bit of it. And I mean, there's great competition on all sides of the ball
Okay.
at all the tournaments that I've gone to. For the most part, the tournaments are well organized.
Got you.
So, I mean, there's now no real complaints other than
Then
I can't be on the sideline to take
For
really
that
good
one.
pictures.
well, is there a tournament coming up next, or do you have anything coming up in the near future?
There is a tournament in Mesquite on Halloween weekend.
Nice, which is
I mean,
Not this weekend,
it's
next week.
really nice for me because it's only an hour and a half drive.
Yeah.
I don't have to fly nowhere.
Nope.
I ain't got to worry about rental cars. I ain't
Nope.
got to worry about nothing.
nope,
I
and
can
it's
go
not a
up-
bad drive either. I've
Yeah.
driven up there multiple times.
And I can go up there on Saturday
Yep.
take pictures of pool play, drive home, sleep in my own bed,
Yep.
and then go back up Sunday morning.
Yep. You sure could.
For bracket play.
You sure could.
But I think,
Or you could probably do the $99 spa and fucking spa and retreat that they have at Mesquite, or the $99 round of golf and retreat they have. Just saying, it's not like for $99 you get a spa treatment. That's just to get in the spa. I did it for Alyssa one time. So anyway, I'm sorry. Back to Mesquite though.
no, so I mean, Mesquite should be fun because the one really good thing that came out of this trip to Austin was the 14U girls caught the eye of the number 2 ranked team in the nation.
Yep.
So, and they were looking at Mesquite, but they didn't really want to go.
Mhm.
But then our girls showed up, and then during pool play, we actually scored on them, and we lost to them by 1 point the last game in pool play.
Mhm.
So after that, their coach made the decision to
Go to Mesquite.
come from Austin to Mesquite to play the Apex Predators 14U girls.
So in 2 weeks we'll be talking about that.
Is it 2 weeks
It's
already?
two weeks away.
Oh Lord,
Because it's Saturday. Today's the 20th.
my days are running
So
together.
it's 10
now.
days away, yeah.
But-
So look forward to that. Also, he goes out to Top Tier and Apex, so look forward to our
And
Instagram.
I think Coach Womack is switching to what do you call it? Individual.
Oh, individuals, one-on-one. So
Yeah.
it'll be mostly Apex then, huh?
I mean, there's still going to be some Apex, but I think what he's going to do is go back to the one-on-one.
Individuals, I'm talking about for you with the filming. It'll be mostly Apex then.
Well, it depends. I got to
Right.
find out from Coach Womack what days he's going to do it and whatnot. 'Cause,
Stay tuned.
I'm still going to go out to his
Oh, of course,
training.
yeah. Stay tuned for that, and hopefully Coach Womack will be able to join us next Tuesday for our prediction video.
Yeah.
All right, anything else?
Well, I think we're
Take
good.
us home.
Put me in, Coach.
Peace.